the Young, and the Restless spoilers. Victoria Newman watched with a heavy heart as the tension between Billy Abbott and her brother Adam seemed to reach a breaking point. She had hoped that maybe, just maybe, they could find common ground or at least a truce, despite the long history of betrayal and rivalry that lay between them. But her father, Victor, had other plans. Where she saw an opportunity for peace, he saw an opportunity to exploit their weaknesses. The last thing Victor Newman wanted was peace between Billy and Adam. He thrived on discord, especially when it could serve his purposes. Victor had his sights set on Chancellor Abbott, the company that Billy cherished and protected fiercely. Yet he knew that a direct confrontation with Billy would be reckless. Victor couldn't risk the backlash of a head-on battle. Instead, he would orchestrate events from the shadows, fueling the animosity between Billy and Adam. He wanted them at each other's throats, weakening each other until, at the perfect moment, he could swoop in and take control. The plan was as ruthless as it was cunning, a true reflection of Victor's mastery of manipulation. But Victoria, astute and observant, saw right through her father's schemes. She had watched him play these games for years, using people as pawns in his quest for power. This time, however, she would not stand idly by. Determined to protect both Billy and Adam from her father's machinations, she confronted Victor, warning him to stop before he destroyed what little trust remained in their fractured family. Her father, however, dismissed her concerns with his trademark confidence, seeing her interference as nothing more than misplaced sentimentality. "Stay out of this, Victoria," he told her with an unyielding gaze. "I know what I'm doing." Billy and Adam were never meant to be allies. But Victoria refused to back down. She had spent years navigating her complex relationship with Victor, torn between her loyalty as a daughter and her principles as a leader. This time, she knew she had to draw a line. She was tired of watching her family get torn apart by Victor's ambitions. The strained relationship between her and her father only deepened as she began to work behind the scenes, hoping to diffuse the tension between Billy and Adam before it was too late. Unbeknownst to Victoria, Victor continued to sow seeds of discord between the two men. He reminded Billy of all the pain Adam had caused him, subtly fanning the flames of resentment, while he hinted to Adam that Billy's ambition was a direct threat to him. The whispers were effective. Old wounds were reopened, and the fragile veneer of civility between Billy and Adam crumbled, giving way to anger and hostility. The deep-seated hatred they held for each other, buried for years, resurfaced with a vengeance. Soon, Billy and Adam found themselves in a heated argument that quickly escalated. They accused each other of betrayal, of ruining each other's lives. Every bitter memory, every unresolved conflict, fueled the fire between them. They had reached a point of no return, and neither one could see the strings Victor was pulling from behind the scenes. Victoria, watching helplessly, knew she had to act fast. She couldn't let them destroy each other, not while her father was pulling the strings, turning them into mere puppets in his twisted game. She decided it was time to reveal the truth, to expose Victor's manipulation. But she knew that doing so would mean risking everything. Victor wouldn't forgive her for turning on him, and there was no guarantee that Billy and Adam would believe her. With courage and conviction, Victoria approached Billy and Adam, urging them to see reason. She explained how Victor had orchestrated their feud, using their hatred to weaken them both. At first, neither man was willing to listen. The anger and mistrust between them were too intense, too consuming. But as she laid out Victor's tactics, planting seeds of doubt, a spark of understanding began to grow. Slowly, Billy and Adam began to realize the extent of Victor's deceit. The realization hit them hard. They were furious, not only at Victor but at themselves for falling into his trap. The idea that they had been mere pawns in Victor's game fueled a shared sense of betrayal. For the first time, they found common ground, not in friendship, but in their shared anger toward the man who had manipulated them both. Together, they devised a plan to confront Victor, to turn his own game against him. The idea was simple but powerful: expose Victor's schemes to the world, showing everyone the lengths he would go to for control. The plan would be risky, but both Billy and Adam were willing to take that risk if it meant finally standing up to Victor, who had dominated their lives for far too long. The confrontation was intense, charged with years of resentment and betrayal.